Hey everybody, NC4XL, North Carolina for extreme lovers. And I'm not. Just Dom, the darling old man. Had a conversation with one of my running buddies that we go out to parks together. Just to give you an idea, I'll set the scenario up. He's 2.5 hours from where I'm at. And we run together occasionally. And what he has to do is sort of like meet me in the middle. Most of my parks, and I'm trying to share this for all you hunters out there, really, I'm asking you to just hear it out and see what your thoughts are, and you don't have to get mad and send me hate mail. I'm not looking for that. I get plenty of that just opening my mouth. But we were talking, how many people realize what some of the activators, yeah, I'm being prejudiced now, some of us activators go through in order to accomplish some of the things that we enjoy. And what we enjoy is activating parks and traveling to the parks. I'm not saying going on vacation, and while you're heading on vacation, you just happen to be stumbling through these parks. But you set yourself up to go to specific parks. It takes a little bit of funds. It takes setting up a checklist, we'll say, a go bag, a go tote, a multiple antenna source, extra sometimes things like cables or batteries. FYI, I take 3 batteries. I take 220s and a 15. Now, that's overkill. That's OCD, but that's what I want because I don't want to drive an hour and 15 minutes and have one battery fail and not have a second. 2 is 1, 1 is none. So I always like to have the backup. Well, I have a little overkill. I have a 3rd battery. And have I had to use that? No, but I have been into 220 amp batteries. And when a 20 amp battery goes on my display on my 891, it starts showing power is getting a little less. The screen's starting to talk to me. And I know I'm getting ready to pop a battery. As an activator, many hunters don't realize that we have to try to plan things accordingly. Diane and John are out today. They're going to do an 8-park rove in Georgia. And before they even get started, they know how many miles that they're traveling to get to those 8 parks. So they know how much time is already involved, and they haven't got there yet. And then they have to look at a band propagation, how long it takes to get enough contacts to activate that park. You hunters are very much needed. But the other side is we ask you to try to understand some of the things that we go through as an activator, trying to enjoy ourselves. And sometimes we get OCD or crazy, and we'll plan a whole bunch of parks, and then propagation inhales like we're going through right now, and we can't accomplish it. So we start cutting things back. By that I mean instead of 15 to 30 contacts, we cut it down to 12 contacts. And we got to go, folks, for QRT. And I have had times where I've had to literally, I'm QRT and hit the switch. And it's not trying to be ugly, as an activator, you have to manage your time that works for you. As a hunter, I share this not to be obnoxious, but understand what your activators are going through, how they're having to deal with it. If you've never had an opportunity to activate, it would be a great, wonderful experience, whether you go by yourself or you go with another activator and watch how they activate. And remember, every activator is different. Every style is different. Every location is different. Every antenna is different. So there's so many variables that hunters don't see because they're chasing us, and thank God they're chasing us. Otherwise, all my planning would be wasted. It takes both of us activators that go out and plan things to happen, and hunters who hear of it. And here's what I'm going to ask you hunters right now. If you're watching this video and you haven't done this, if you would consider the possibility, it would really help. For those of us that are quite active all the time, we have a nice following, and everybody can get that same following. I am not special. But if you would take the moment to just spot that activator on that spotting page for them. If you hear that they're getting ready to go QRT, obviously, don't respot them. But if they're going to continue on, take a moment, give them a pat on the back, give them a spot, and keep them busy. As an activator, I get very agitated at self. And I'll speak for James because he is just like me. If there's no business, we're going to be gone, as he calls it, hopping. I don't have a lot of patience left in my old age, and what I have is hard to manage it. So your spotting and continual hunting keeps me in a park. I will spend 3, 4, 5 hours at one outing, where a lot of actors will not spend that time. So those are things you learn. But you hunters, we're dependent upon you. We're dependent upon you if we call QRPs not to throw your call in. If we're looking for park-to-parks only, don't throw your call in. We know you want to get in the log, but as an activator out in the field, we're listening for park-to-parks, or we're listening for QRP. And all of a sudden, here's a 20 over S9 signal report, signal coming in, and they're obviously not QRP, and they're obviously not park-to-park, but they're impatient sometimes, it seems. And, well, we just appreciate when we call for QRP or park-to-parks or even DX. And I consider Puerto Rico, even though it is a U.S. proper, Canada, even though it borders the United States just like right across the street, as DX. And when we call for DX, there's a lot of times that you, wherever you're located at as a hunter, don't hear what we as an activator are hearing. So that is the story there. I just wanted to share that with you. If I've offended anybody, I apologize. As an activator, you drive this activator. You motivate this activator to drive an hour and a half to go to a park. I am not complaining. I'm grateful God has given me the gas money and made it possible to get to the park in a safe way so that we can have some fun. I don't travel very well. I don't travel at night, so you don't hear me at night. I might surprise you one day, I don't know. But until then, I want you to know I appreciate you. As a hunter, you are valuable property. You are a valuable asset. You are a valuable friend out in the park. So don't ever think that you're not. May God bless you. Again, I hope that I have not offended you. And we hope to hear you on the air. November, Charlie 4, X-Ray Lima. The darling old man from North Carolina. I'm not. Just me, myself, and I having fun. And remember our club call, November, Charlie 4, Papa Oscar. November, Charlie 4, POTA on. Until our next activation, 73.